Hi, I just wanted to share some thoughts I was just having. I don't know if anybody's ever talked about this before, but uh, if you know, let me know. I just was thinking about the movie Guardians of the Galaxy and uh, related to a question like, what's the most important part of a story? And it seems to me the answer is we are Groot. And the reason why is this: the the climax of that movie narratively happens right there, but there's a meta climax there because the meta narrative of the film is about our need to. There's a obviously obviously it's for most people I would say it's we are Groot just because of what's happening during the film narratively speaking when they all hold hands and grasp the Infinity Stone. The thing about it though is that happens. That's the narrative climax, but there's a meta narrative in the film, and we all know that Groot says "I am Groot" throughout the movie, but we wonder why. And the why, I think, is that when he's saying "I am Groot," it's just representing the fact that we are individuals and we are all struggling, which is what's happening throughout the film. And so when he says we are Groot, it's the moral of the story to put it in trite terms, I suppose. But in reality, that's what it is. It's the morality play and the message, even though it's a simple message, just that we need each other as people, that we're individuals that we as individuals are not fully realized unless we are members of society, that we feel like we're part of something that we belong to and that we're accepted to be a part of. It's just that's why that moment is so powerful. It might seem sort of obvious that that's the reason, but for some reason, I don't think I ever quite thought of it in such stark terms. And makes me also think that, you know, the fact that we can still be moved by so simple a message as people need people it says something itself. The fact that that message is still so powerful and so emotionally moving when it's told right, like it is in Guardians. Uh, what does that say about us? I think it says that we need to be reminded of it, and that leads me to think about the fact that as a culture, as Americans, our culture, our society, in the past, we used to get many of us anyway. By us, I mean Americans in the past, decades past, used to receive probably a more or less weekly reminder of that, and that's not very common anymore. And yet, it's a mystery to so many why uh, so many people feel alienated and alone, and just depressed, like they're not a part of something, that they don't feel like they belong to anything meaningful. We're not getting even if it doesn't have to be church or something as I'm referencing, but just that we're not getting that reminder that we need to be a part of society, that we need each other, that we're not individuals that just exist in a vacuum, that we're actually a part of something bigger than ourselves. And I think that might have something to do with just the loneliness that people feel, the alienation, and the things that lead people to do things that uh, hurt themselves and to hurt others. It's not like that's ever been new, and it's not like church or other institutions or whatever would prevent that stuff in the past. But I don't think it's hard to deny that that is a more prevalent feeling throughout society. This feeling of alienation and of not belonging. And so, yeah, just thought I was having. Felt like I would just drop that in.